If you have a problem with your plumbing, you do not call an electrician. If you have a pain in your stomach, you do not call a dentist. So, if you have a question about climate change, doesn't it make sense to consult a climate science researcher rather than a quantum physicist? Well, the quantum physicist in question is Dr. John Clauser, who shared the 2022 Nobel Prize in Physics for his research on entangled photons. One would expect a Nobel Prize winner to be a champion of evidence-based science. And indeed, in a speech to Korean scientists and engineering students, Dr. Clauser pressed them to, quote, fulfill their social role by verifying facts and informing the public, particularly in light of the potential drawbacks of interactive artificial intelligence systems that generate and provide unverified information to users. And then he went on to say that misinformation is being spread by those with political and opportunistic motives, and he called on his audience to engage in fact-checking. He admitted that distinguishing truth from falsehood is a challenging task for both humans and computers, and urged that this challenge be met. All of this is right up my alley. But then Dr. Clauser turned into a dark alley. The popular narrative about climate change reflects a dangerous corruption of science that threatens the world's economy and well-being of billions of people, he stated, and went on to say that misguided climate science has metastasized into massive shock journalistic pseudoscience. I don't believe there's a climate crisis, he exclaimed. Well, he may not believe it, but the vast majority of climate scientists do, and they can back it up with truckloads of evidence about increasing atmospheric carbon dioxide levels, melting ice caps, rising sea levels, and weather calamities. It is shocking that after exhorting students to engage in fact-checking, Dr. Clauser fails to follow his own advice. The major problem here is that being a Nobel laureate adds legitimacy to his utterances. People think that Nobel Prize winners are very knowledgeable, and about that they are right. They are very knowledgeable in their area of research. Some Nobel Prize awardees have been said to suffer from Nobel disease, the idea being that they have been seduced by the fame bestowed upon them by the prize to lead them to stray outside their specific field of expertise and pontificate on all sorts of issues. James Watson, co-recipient for the 1962 Nobel Prize for deciphering the structure of DNA, opined about a difference in intelligence between white and black people. Kary Mullis, developer of the polymerase chain reaction, PCR, critical for DNA research, claimed that AIDS was not caused by a virus. Luc Montagnier, 2008 Nobel laureate, as the co-discoverer of the virus that indeed causes AIDS, unbelievably believes that DNA emits radio waves that can alter the structure of water, and that the water can remember such alterations even after it has been massively diluted, thereby giving credence to the pseudoscientific tenets of homeopathy. When it comes to science, it is important to know to whom to listen. When it comes to vaccination, don't listen to RFK Jr. Do listen to Dr. Paul Offit. If you have a question about climate change, ask Dr. Socorro Manabe or Klaus Hasselmann, who shared the 2021 Nobel Prize in Physics for their studies of atmospheric carbon dioxide and how both natural phenomena and human activities can affect climate. And if it comes to quantum entanglement, don't ask me. Ask Dr. Clauser. And that for today is our Cup of Joe.